Mom, I just wanted you to tell us a little bit about your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles. So start with how your grandparents came over to America.
Okay. My grandparents came over. My grandfather came over as a very young child on a sailing boat from Sweden.
What was his name?
His name was Klaus. C-L-A-U-S, no middle name.
Did he come over with his parents or did he come over by himself?
No, he came over with he was a baby.
He was a baby.
Yeah. He came over with his parents. They settled in Chicago and then they came out to where the farm was. And that was in the vicinity of LaGrange Park, which wasn't established yet. And they lived there and they lived off the land. And they did the farming.
Okay.
And sold milk.
And how about your grandma then?
My grandmother came over as a hired hand. She was 10 years younger. Her name was Johanna Aquilina. I think it was Sandberg. And she lived on the farm, and then Grandma and Grandpa got married and had a bunch of children. Their names were George, Lillian, Ellen, Mabel, Emil, Elmer.
And maybe one more. We can't remember.
I think I can't remember his name. I don't know if there was one more or not.
Okay.
But anyway.
And tell me about Mabel.
Mabel was my mother. And she married Rudolph Alfred Nordin, N-O-R-D-I-N. And they lived originally at 410 North Catherine, and then he up and left.
How old were you?
I was about 8, and we moved across the street at did I say?
You said you lived at 410.
410, I'm sorry. Lived at
What was it?
8 North Catherine. We moved across the street. 410 North Catherine, and lived with my grandmother, Ellen and Pete.
So Ellen never got married.
Ellen never got married, and Pete never got married.
Pete is Emil, right?
Pete was Emil,
okay.
Right.
So it was your mom and your aunt and your uncle.
What?
It was your mom and your aunt and your uncle?
Yeah.
And your sisters.
And what?
And your sisters, right?
My sister?
After your dad left, your sisters lived with you too? Helen and Dorothy?
What?
Were Helen and Dorothy with you then?
Dorothy didn't like it, so she moved over to Lily and Charlie's house. And they had those children. They were I don't know. He wasn't capable of having children. There was something physically wrong with him. And she knew it, but she evidently didn't care.
So your one sister went to live with them?
What?
Your one sister went to live with them instead of staying with you guys?
Yeah, right. It was too crowded. So then, what?
Let's see. We'll stop for now.